Welcome back to the channel. This week we'll be making a fishing rod rack or a fishing rod holder for my nephew who's into fishing. This project is made out of scrap wood and it's all about circles, so let's get started. To start with, I'm going to cut all the circles I need for the project. As you can see, I'm using a bandsaw to do a rough cut on the circle, and then I'll come back with a router to finish it off. Here I'm working on the base of the fishing rack. I'm gluing two pieces of plywood together to make an 1.5 inch thick base, and then I'm going to come back with a router to give it a finishing touch. I'm going to use my simple circle cutting jig, link in the description, to start the circle on the top of the base, just deep enough all the way around, and then come back with a trim bit to complete the bottom half of the base. Now that we got a nice clean circle, I'm going to come back with a round over bit with my router and give it a nice finish on the top of the base. With the circles done, I'm going to work on the center pole of the fishing rack. Here I'm just taking off the rounded edges of a 2x4, and then I'm going to glue them together. With the glue dry, I'm going to come back and cut out the 45 on each of the corners of the center pole to give it a nice look. I'm using a drill press to bore all the holes on the base of the fishing rack, and this is where all the fishing rods are going to rest when they're standing up. With the base done, I'm going to work on the top circle of the fishing rack. Here we're going to drill out the holes all the way through the top. Next we're going to stain all the parts. However, before we do that, I'm going to apply a pre-stain conditioner, and that's going to help us put on the stain evenly. All you do is brush it on and then wipe it off after 10 minutes, and then you can apply the stain. With all the parts stained, we're ready to give it a nice clear coat. I'm going to use a wipe on poly by Menwex. All you do is pour it on and wipe it off. Next we're going to attach the laser Susan, which has 4 holes, and we're going to pilot the holes first. However, before we attach it, we have to drill a hole all the way through the bottom of the base, and this hole will allow us to attach the laser Susan, the top ring, from underneath the base, if that makes sense. Once the bottom ring of the laser Susan is attached, you have to turn it around the base. Locate the holes on the top ring of the laser Susan to attach the top layer of the base. Next we're going to attach the center pole to the bottom base of the fishing rack, and we're just going to use normal screws here. Again, nobody will see these screws once it's all completed. And then the top ring of the fishing rack will be attached using pocket hole screws. Finally, we got to reattach the bottom half of the laser Susan. We have to take that off to attach the center pole, and again just locate the screws from the bottom and reattach the top. My nephew enjoyed helping with the build, and he loves the end product. This will give him easy access to all his fishing rods. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.